walk the dog. I popped to the gym for a little bit, but I'm feeling rough today, so I really wasn't in there for very long. So I've had a shower, freshened up, and I'm gonna make some brownies. For those of you who follow me on Instagram will know that for the last few years I used to sell my brownies and other food. I've decided to stop doing that now, which means I can share my brownie recipe with you all. And I'm really craving one, so I'm quite to fly and get rid of that. So I'm quite excited to share that recipe with you. I'll pop that up on my website. I'll put the link in the little box below. So I'm gonna prep everything now and then I'll film along as I make. Okay, I have all my ingredients prepped. We've got dark chocolate, white chocolate, butter, sugar, plain flour, and eggs. So to start off, I've got my saucepan. I'm going to put on a low heat. Got the dark chocolate going in and the butter. And you want to stir this until it is all melted. So that's all just starting to melt. So that is the chocolate and butter all melted, and I'm going to set that aside now while I whisk some eggs. Excuse my laundry behind me. Your next job is to whisk together in a bowl your eggs going in and the sugar. Just give them a good old whisk. So that's kind of what you want to get that like. Perfect. Okay, so now this chocolate has cooled slightly. You don't want to put the eggs in too soon because they'll turn into scrambled eggs. So just pop those there. Grab my eggs. And then in they go. I'm very aware that I'm actually just pouring this all over my spatula. Let's tap that off. So give that a mix in till you can't see any more of the egg. There's still a little bit left there. So then you want to go and grab your flour and dump that in too. And then you just want to mix in that flour so that's also combined, and it will go to sort of like a pourable paste. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so this is what we're aiming for. That pourable paste that I was saying about. So now let me move this over and grab my cake tin. Not cake tin, baking tray. And then you just want to pour that in. Ready? Oh, it's so heavy. Ah! Oh la la. So that's in there. You want to sort of push it in now to all the corners. So you've got an even brownie. So now you want to add the white chocolate. I always do this like piece by hand, and then you get a really good even distribution of the white chocolate. I always start around the edges first like this. Ooh. And then you know that everybody's going to get a good bite of white chocolate. Lush. So I'll just pop this in the oven and then I'll bring them out when they're done. And there we have it. A cooked tray of brownies. Annoyingly, these take about 5 or 6 hours to set nicely and cool down, so I won't be eating any of these for the foreseeable. So I'm sat editing. Oh, I made you jump! So I'm sat editing my video, and I totally forgot to say that hey baby, I'm going to be sharing my favourite cookbooks with you in this video because it's become so heavily requested. So I'm just going to add that clip in now. So my main sort of cookbook collection is just down there. I'll just move along slowly so you can all see. They're just at the bottom of my dresser, but I do have them scattered all throughout the house. For example, I have books over here. So there are some there, some there. Hey, tiny dog. There are some there, and there are loads upstairs in my bedroom too. Handsome boy. So I think I'm going to make a cup of tea, light a candle, make the house all nice and cozy, and then I will share a few of them with you. I've already picked out a few down there, and I'm just gonna go get a few more, I think. So I've got my tea, and I'm going to talk through some of my favourite books. I've really had to narrow it down, and I even found one that I just wanted to look through. So yeah, here we go. So the first book I thought of straight away was the Hamlin all colour cookbook. I had this book growing up, and it was, I think we had more, but this was the only one that I ever cooked from. And oh, the nostalgia. Oh, I just love it so much. Oh, I've just opened it up on this one. The fish envelopes. I need to cook these. I think that's like the first thing I cooked as a child, like the first proper thing I cooked. And I need puff pastry for it, and I've got some puff pastry in the fridge that I need to use, so that's perfect. I'm going to do those next week. And I've also just thought of, oh, I need to find it. I'm going to have a look in the back. So there was this recipe growing up, I think it was called chocolate cups. Let me see if I can find it. Chocolate dessert cups. I'm so excited, and I always wanted to make them growing up, but for some reason my mum and dad were like, no, you can't make those. There. So I'm definitely going to make these. I'm a full-grown adult now. No one can tell me no. I don't even know what I liked about them. I think it's got raw egg in it. Maybe that's why they were saying no. Raw egg and rum, so probably not the best. The rum is optional. Yeah, I'm going to make that. And I've got, oh, I bought this book secondhand, and look what it says in it. Christmas 1984. I love it when there's a little note in the book. There's actually, hang on, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a section of, look. I don't know if you can see that, but Mary Berry recipes. I used to cook her scone recipe all the time. I'm going to sit and read through this in a minute. So I've also got, I found this one since, tea time favourites. There's not like a specific recipe I love in this, but I guess it's like a sister book to this. A lot of the recipes are the same. I don't think you'll find many new books in my artillery, even though I buy them all the time. But I just seek out all the old books in charity shops because I much prefer them. I don't know if it's because they give me like a sense of nostalgia. I'm not really sure. That chocolate almond tart looks good. Ooh. You'll probably see me making these recipes over the next few weeks or so. There's loads of savoury cheesecakes in here, which always blew my mind. I've never ever thought of a savoury cheesecake before, but maybe I'll do one. Like around Christmas. Oh, this is something I wanted to try as well. I know you probably think they sound a bit grim, but these oven baked hot dogs, they're basically just skinless sausages and some bacon wrapped in cheap white bread and then fried. A delish. I know that's probably grim for a lot of you, but honestly, that's right up my avenue. Oh, there's so many good recipes in here. Moving on. So slightly more modern. I am a huge fan of anything with the Dairy Diary on it. And these two are my absolute favourites. Especially the After Work Cookbook, because the recipes in it are quite, well, they're quick more than anything. They're quite easy to do. I don't know if I've got a specific favourite from here. To be honest, there's nothing in this cookbook or any of the Dairy Diary cookbooks that are like, oh, that's so unusual. It's just everything that you would want to eat. Everything that's easy, familiar. And I think if you're, oh, actually this is a bit unusual. The Korean style seafood pancake. I guess this is one of their more out there recipes, but I did this and oh, it was so good. Herby cheese and asparagus roulade. I hope you can hear me. Imagine if you can't. Like every time I put the book there, it drowns out my voice. Maybe I'll be putting some captions in. Moving on. Dairy Diary favourites. I feel like I've got this book in two forms, but this one's got pictures in it, so I always pick this one to flick through. If a cookbook doesn't have pictures, then honestly, I'm not interested. I need the pictures, I need the inspiration. That's really similar to what I just seen in that other cookbook. Pigs in blankets, sort of wrapped in bread. I haven't had my lunch yet and I am salivating looking through these. This is my next book, The Slow Cooker. It's just called The Slow Cooker. Specifically, one particular recipe, which I will find for you. My auntie made this for us once when we went up and visited. I can't remember what I said and what I'm going to edit out of my rambling, but my auntie made us this recipe once and we went up and visited and it was so good. So we went and bought the book secondhand online. It's the Thai beef curry. I highly recommend making this. I actually forgot it was a slow cooker recipe and I always do it in my cast iron. So I'm going to do, oh, it's so grim on the inside, look. It's got loads of curry powder and stuff. And I tell you what, if I'm ever buying a secondhand book and there's little bits of paper of favourite recipes or particular pages are dirty with like additional things that people have wrote on there themselves, I'll always buy the book because then I know it's a good recipe. But I always wonder how they end up in the charity shop. So this book I love. All of this series I really love actually, but specifically for one recipe which honestly I'd forgotten about until today and I'm definitely going to make again. Oh, it's just so, all these sort of older books, I don't know why, they give me such a nostalgia. Like even like a cake like that just makes me so happy. And I know that sounds really silly, but I don't know, it just makes me super happy. Aha, it's this banana loaf. So I tried it once and it calls for not many bananas, which is probably why I used it, it's only 2, but 175 ml of orange juice. And honestly, it was delicious. Normally I would do like a real buttery and sugary one and run some chocolate chips or something through it. But having the orange juice in this takes it to like a whole new level. It is so, so, so good. I'm going to flick through one more time actually, just in case something else gets me super excited. Pressure now to find something good. Oh, there's croissant recipes in here. I've been wanting to make my own croissants for a while now, so I might have to come... Sorry, I still feel so unwell. I might have to come back to this. Oh, oh, how appropriate. A brownie based cheesecake. Literally salivating. Probably going to make that. I'm going to leave this book to last. So probably the only modern book that I've picked is this Jamie Oliver one. Don't get me wrong, I love all his books, but this particular one served me and my husband so well. We went through a time where, how do I put this? I got made redundant, well hang on, have a sip. I got made redundant while pregnant, which meant a massive loss in finances. And my husband's working pattern changed and we needed to be frugal, but we just love food so much. And I've actually opened it on our favourite recipe. So basically, with it only being 5 ingredients, it's surprising how much cheaper you can, what am I trying to say? Basically, it was saving us a lot of money having recipes that only had 5 ingredients in. And this is our favourite, excuse me, the comforting sausage bake. We love this one and practically lived off it when Sophia was born. He's also got, let me see if I can find it. Oh my god, I really want to eat these now. These crazy good pork burgers with pear in them. They are so, so, so good. It's one of the those first 2 recipes have sort of seen us through and we still cook those all the time now. I wonder what else is in here that I loved. Honestly, I've not picked up this book for years and it is so good. However, if you are really familiar with Jamie Oliver, you'll notice that some of these recipes are just condensed recipes from his other books, like that sausage bake is, but I never noticed it before and I never actually paid any attention to it. Let me just have another sip. Oh, I never paid any attention to it in any of his other books, but now I'm really aware of how much he rehashes that recipe. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, that man's got so many cookbooks. I'm going to flick through that later. And I think I might have to do another series of these because I haven't even scratched the surface. But I saw this book, Great Autumn Food Made Simple, and I just thought, perfect for the now. So I just want to have a little flip through it, to be honest. Oh, the photos in here I just love. I really need to start taking more photos of my food again. I just love food photography, but it's meant to be the hardest thing to photograph. Oh, look at those chocolate fondants. They look so good. Is there anything else really good in here? A pumpkin risotto. Perfect. I'm sure there was something in here that I always wanted to cook. Let's see if it's in here. Oh, roast loin of pork. Welsh rarebit. I'm trying to think of what recipe it was now. It might have been a Gizzy Erskine recipe. It's like a big bacon chop, something like that. With, oh, I can't remember. No, this is it. Is this it? I don't know. I'm going to put my hand on this page. Hang on. I'll just keep flicking. That's got to be it. Yeah, well, it got me excited. Honey roast ham hocks and baked beans. Well up for that. I'm sure it's not that though. I'm picturing, might be a Gizzy Erskine recipe. Well, I think I'm going to end it there. Drink my tea, make myself some lunch, because unsurprisingly now I am starving. My throat's so sore, so I don't really know what I'm going to eat. Probably Weetabix, some banana. I love ramen, but I'm a bit sick of that now. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And if you like my videos, please press the subscribe button and like and leave a comment as well, because the comments make me so happy. Thank you all, bye!